Set it up for the right. Come on. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Come on. Clap, clap in the new direction. Blessings on. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. As you can see, I went to a wedding on Friday. My sister caught this bouquet, y'all. I literally was teasing her, like, you better go catch the bouquet, and she caught it. So, yeah. What a time. That's my cousin. She looked beautiful. Yeah, we went to her little wedding reception, and it was cool. We got to do a little dance. The funniest part was dancing with my uncle. So my uncle is a huge Frankie Beverly fan, and so he wore white for Frankie Beverly, he says. So when a Frankie Beverly song came on, I got him on the dance floor. So check out these dance moves, y'all. Like, he was getting it, okay? And my sister was, like, imitating him because I promise she doesn't dance like that in real life. But, girl, you couldn't tell her to put down that bouquet, okay, baby? She was getting it. And then my uncle, he's still grooving. We were both dancing with him. He did a spin. He did it all. He was kicking it. Like, y'all couldn't have told him nothing. So, yeah, that was the weekend, y'all. It was fun, actually. I ain't even gonna lie. Well, it was cool. I would never love anybody that much to feed them, especially people that I don't really know like that. But my cousin was very sweet to do that, because me, I ain't doing that. Unless I really love you and I invite you to eat. Feeding a bunch of people and giving them alcohol to celebrate you is not my idea of a party. I'd fly the people I loved out to, like, a destination place or something like that. That would be cool. But that's just me. But I will come eat your food and drink your drink. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Other than that, that's pretty much all. My husband had to work on Saturday, so I got to kind of stay in the house, which I love. I kind of love when my husband has to work because he doesn't make me leave. But it kind of is not the same because I had to go to the wedding, so I had to leave the house anyway. And then what else happened, y'all? Let me see. What else happened? Oh, Sunday, went to the gym, did my elliptical. I did my Stairmaster. There's only one Stairmaster that has a fan on it, and it's just one, and somebody was on it, so luckily when I got there, they got off of it. But I had to, like, clean it up, because, you know, people be sweating all over that thing. So I did that, and then we ate Chinese food. My husband cooked out on Friday, but we had Chinese food on Sunday, because it's getting chilly here, and this is the only time of year I crave Chinese food. I just got some orange chicken. I don't even know how that's considered Chinese food, but I did have rice with it. But yeah, that's it. It's lackluster. But it's Monday. It's fall, right? September 21st, I believe it's fall. And yeah, we're here. That's pretty much it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this news. A metal detector person said, inspired by the Indiana Jones, found a trove of ancient coins. Hear how much they sold for. The largest proposed grocery merger in U.S. history is being challenged in court. The FTC antitrust regulator saying a merger could raise grocery prices. Excuse me. I'm going to have to turn this off because I'll start getting distracted. Then I want to sing the songs and then it'll just be a whole bunch of stuff. So let me turn this off. And then my ADD only goes so far. Okay? Okay. Anyway. So, the largest, we already talked about that. A market for compound weight loss drugs thrives in shortages, but lack of FDA oversight continues. with the Zepbound. I guess that's another weight loss thing. All federal employees are required to take an oath to support and defend the Constitution, but that oath takes on a different meaning for the archivist of the United States, Colleen Shogan. At least 2 students at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania were suspended from the swim team after a report that a racial slur was scratched onto a student's body. What? What kind of crazy stuff y'all got going on? Before classified documents were found at the home of President Biden and former President Donald Trump, most people only knew of the National Archives because of the movie National Treasure. That's what they were trying to say in that early article. A congressman probing the July attempt on Trump says there were communication gaps that day. You don't say. Although a federal district judge has blocked the FTC ban on non-compete agreements, FTC Chair Lena Khan said the fight to bar the contractual clauses is not over. I bet. The stakes behind Ukraine's surprise attack inside Russian territory. What's fueling the fentanyl crisis is not a whodunit, but there's so much more that needs to be done. On the road with Pearl Jam, lead singer Eddie Vedder's dressing room contains all the comforts of home. 6 weeks left, well, actually 44 days left to vote. 43. Angela King and Mike O'Kelly lost their 20-year-old son Jack to fentanyl. Jack was a junior in college last year. Over 70,000 Americans passed away from fentanyl, more than U.S. military casualties in Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan wars combined. GM CEO on electric vehicles. This is one of the most exciting times in our industry. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, made her first public appearance after she disclosed she had completed chemotherapy and would return to some public duties. 4 people were unalived and 18 more were injured in a pew-pewing in Birmingham, Alabama. Israel and Hezbollah continue to trade hundreds of strikes on Sunday as sides appear to be spiraling toward an all-out war following months of escalating tensions. This lady skipped a routine screening and doctors found two types of cancer. Get yourselves checked, y'all. Lost cat made a miraculous journey home from Yellowstone, California. Speaker Mike Johnson unveiled the latest plan to temporarily fund the government on Sunday after congressional leaders reached an agreement following the House rejection of Johnson's opening gambit last week. Federal agents have boarded a vessel managed by the same company as a cargo ship that caused the deadly bridge collapse, the FBI has confirmed on CBS. Giant sinkholes in South Dakota neighborhood left some families panicked and stuck. Man, nobody wants to experience a sinkhole, man. I was just talking about those. Olivia Munn and John Mulaney welcomed a second child via surrogates. Alright, y'all. I don't believe I liked anything on here because I wasn't really on here. I gotta do the NFL scores. And yes, I'm gonna lose again this week for fantasy. What's new? Alright, let's see what we got this week. Week 3. Jets beat the Patriots 24-3. The Giants beat the Browns 21-15. The Eagles beat the Saints 15-12. The Vikings beat the Texans 34-7. The Broncos beat the Buccaneers 26-7. The Packers beat the Titans 30-14. The Colts beat the Bears 21-16. The Steelers beat the Chargers 20-10. The Seahawks whooped on them Dolphins 24-3. The Panthers beat the Raiders 36-22. The Rams beat the 49ers 27-24. The Lions beat the Cardinals 20-13. The Ravens beat the Cowboys 28-25. The Chiefs beat the Falcons 22-17. And then there's a couple of games today. The Jaguars are at the Bills and the Bengals are at the Commanders. 2 games on a Monday. Wowza. Alright. Let's see what TMC. Obviously, you know, I had Chinese, so just delete my search history. Sometimes this curling, so I'm on a mission to find out, are people named Curlin or Carolyn? Because black people, we have a tendency to say Curlin. And now when I look back over my life, I'm like, are there actually people named Curlin? So sometimes my search history is so stupid and I look at it like, why am I on this? Taylor Swift, no sighting in the Big Peach, not at the Chiefs and Falcons game. Jamie Foxx's oldest daughter got married this weekend. Donald Trump said if he doesn't win, he's not running again. Macklemore chanting F America on stage at Seattle concert. Jane's Addiction singer Perry Farrell getting professional help after onstage dust-up. Wow. They just started wilding out. Donald Trump, will the real Oprah please stands up, blasts over Kamala Harris interview. Janet Jackson is not walking back that she thought Kamala's daddy was a white man. Somebody tried to apologize for her team, and she's like, he ain't even on my team, and I'm still standing on what I said. Doja Cat is possibly engaged. I don't, it's TMZ. Ray J hung out at Diddy's soirees. People were saying, why are y'all interviewing Ray J just because he has glasses on, don't make him smart? I thought that was funny. Let's see what else we got here, y'all. Warren Moon believes the lawsuits are affecting Deshaun Watson's plan. You think? That's why I dropped his butt. Angelina Jolie and her daughter got matching tattoos and outfits. I'm kind of over Diddy news, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. And nothing's just breaking enough to even talk about it right now. Don King said he's doing just fine. Eric Menendez, Ryan Murphy intentionally screwed us. He's livid over the portrayals of them in the Netflix series. You know what? I didn't care for it either, Eric and Lyle. We did see Diddy do the perp walk with his cuffs, but I'm so over Diddy news that I don't even want to talk about it. So let's go to what else we got on here, y'all. So Eve, which I thought was very good, said she got therapy when she knew that she was, new rappers were coming up, and she wanted to be able to be mature, something that a lot of these rappers and singers should probably experience, because there's always somebody new and younger coming up. So Nicki Minaj says, "Dear Eve, the various things you've shared recently are groundbreaking in my opinion for so many reasons. First, thank you. The level of grace, the level of emotional and spiritual maturity it takes to be this vulnerable and transparent is a sign of true peace, happiness, fulfillment, and mastery of yourself. Self-reflection at its height. I always say that I think accountability is the sexiest trait a person can have. I was one of the kids in New York watching Rough Riders on TV. I definitely remember how when you took the game by storm, there were some people who couldn't hide their insecurities, even though it was swept under the rug now. I remember that you handled it with grace, but also a big sprinkle of unapologetic talent and charisma. You soared and soared classic music with the illest team to the big screen and made it look so easy. A trendsetter, the Eve blonde shortcut, the Eve paw prints on the chest. I was so nervous coming onto the movie set every day. You look like a pro. I admired you so much. Thank you for trying not to do to me what was done to you. Women feel so much pressure to compete, and it's a shame because we usually have so much in common and can really benefit from each other. This is cracking me up coming from Nicki Minaj, who like beefs with Cardi B like all the time, which is hilarious. I remember telling a friend of mine that I didn't think you liked me after our first day on set together, but you know something crazy? I swear I knew that you could tell deep down inside that I really liked you. So you went easy on me. Love the way the movie turned out. Blessings to you and your beautiful family. Congratulations on your new book, and P.S. you still look so pretty. I can't wait to read these comments. Somebody said now she needs to self-reflect on how she did every new female rapper that came after her, how she treated them, and made a public apology. I agree, because Nicki has been messy to like Lotto and so many rappers, and Eve has never done that. So I think, yes, Nicki, especially as big as you are, I think if she did that, it would be a new leaf for sure. Somebody said she literally started beef with most of the new rap girlies in the game in the last 5 years. Where was their grace? Somebody said, I pray that Nicki takes a page out of Eve's book and go to therapy. She definitely needs to heal. Yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie about that. Let's see. What else we got? Raymond says his account was hacked and people ran with it because there was like 7,000 tweets deleted from his Twitter, and a lot of people were saying that Usher was lying. Somebody said, I smell lies and baby oil. Somebody said, Little Duval said, and Shannon Sharp accidentally went live. And somebody said, who hacked your account, Usher? Johnson & Johnson, which was really funny. So Tia and Tamara are going viral this weekend because Tia revealed that her sister and her wasn't as close as they used to be. I know they had a reality show together, but I wouldn't base that off of that. I don't know why they're not close, but it's sad. And as a woman that has sisters that fight all the time, I can see, and it really sucks being caught in the middle. But I don't know why they're estranged. Somebody said, reminder, y'all do not personally know these people. That's what I said. People are speculating, but y'all don't know what the real reason is. Alright, people are talking about Janet Jackson and all that. I wanted to read Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia said something real crazy the other day. Or today, one of these days. And I was like, Ryan Garcia is really out of control. Let me see if I see it on here. He was saying something about, oh yeah, here it is. He trolled Devin Haney with a picture with Devin and Diddy, and he says, the undisputed freak-off champion, Devin, I can't take a L. Haney, only used five bottles of baby oil and didn't tap out. And one thing about Ryan Garcia, he be talking the biggest trash. That picture didn't look right, though. Somebody said, this is the worst than the beating you gave him in the ring. Somebody said, nah, this is wild. Devin, the slippery freak Haney. I can't even deal with that. I think for real, this is all the news that I want to talk about. So let's get to these Reddit, y'all. What's the worst I hate to break it to you moment that you had to break to someone? I had a guy working for me that was extremely nice, easy to get along with, and wildly inept. Not even like low effort, but just not capable of learning seemingly basic tasks. We tried everything, coaching, giving him legitimate checklists, instructions, having a team lead, and it just didn't work. My best friend in high school was overweight and would sweat profusely. We would come in after lunch in Texas and he would smell awful. I think we would wear his clothes without washing them after sweating. We had English after and the AC sucked, so the teacher put a fan in the window. He would sit in front of the fan and blow his funk over everyone. The class got together and voted that I should be the one to tell him. Well, I had to break it to him that for the last year he smelled horribly. I felt pretty bad, but he never stunk again. Poor guy. So I guess seeing that comes back to me. When I was in the military, we had like 8 girls to a room when I was in basic training, and there was this girl that just was not showering. Like we would have to get up and like run or whatever, do our whole exercise, and then we come back and change for a day, take our showers, clean our room or whatever. Well, she used to just come back and lay in the bed, and you know what? I hate when people do that, because you're sweaty, and now your sheets is sweaty, and it ain't like we can go to the laundromat every day and they're like that. So, anyway, I was room captain, and I had to, like, tell her, and it was just like, because we were all grown, too, and it was just annoying that I had to tell a grown person to wash their butt. I mean, she still didn't do it, she just left, which... I mean, it's her butt, you know, but it is hard to tell somebody they funky. Some people just don't get it. Like, some people get so used to their own funk that they don't even smell it anymore. But at least the guy got it together. I had to tell my friend that the online girlfriend he'd been talking to for months was actually a scammer using stolen photos. He was planning to send her money to come visit, and break the news to him was one of the toughest conversations I've ever had. Dang. Not me, but I went to visit my dad at his job, and he has an employee there who was kind of bragging to his other coworkers about how well he has been doing at the job and thinking of asking for a promotion. My dad later told me that he fired that guy later that day due to poor performance despite multiple attempts to help him. Poor guy, he was delusional. Your dad didn't do a good job of letting him know he sucked. When I got a call that my mom passed away, they wouldn't say that she passed or that she was gone. They kept saying medical things. She doesn't have a pulse, she is not breathing, etc. I took a long time to understand that they were saying she was gone and that it was final. How old are you that you didn't know when they said she didn't have a pulse? Or maybe you just, like, couldn't process it. My brother called in to tell me that our sister was in the hospital after a hit and run, then hours later being told she didn't make it. That sucks. My sister and her husband had a newborn baby, 4 days old. My sister's husband turned to me and said, he'll sleep soon, right? It's like, actually, in that first month is when you're going to get the most sleep. And they start getting up, and then when they can finally see you, that's when everything is over. At like 2 months, 3 months, it's over. The first 2 months are a breeze to me, because they sleep the most. It's when they can start seeing you, they see you leave the room, that's when it's rough. Rough. Okay, let's see what else you got. What's the biggest 180 you've seen a person's life take? I knew a guy in college who was a straight-A student on the track to become a doctor, but he was miserable and burned out. One day he dropped out, moved to a small town, and started a woodworking business. He's now incredibly happy making custom furniture and says it's the best decision he ever made. It's always weird to me when you have them super smart people in high school or college, and then when you see them in life, it's like, what happened? Maybe all that pressure to be so smart when they were so young that they just didn't want to do it. Then you get older. Maybe you'll start getting smarter when you get older. Is that how that works? I once knew a guy who was super shy and never went out, but when he started doing stand-up comedy and now he's performing all over the place, it's wild how much he changed. He getting all the ladies now too, man. When people's confidence finally come in, when they're no longer that skinny nerd or that overweight kid, it's a whole new world, baby. A whole new world. Alright. One of the dudes said, my wife passed away 33 days ago. I was very happy. Now I'm not. I'm hoping he means that he was very happy before the 33 days. Let's see what else we got. What's a turn off that you kind of feel bad that it turned you off? When someone is earnest, trying to dirty talk or flirt suggestively, but it just comes out wrong, like they're doing their best, but it just ruined my mood. When their eyebrow bone extends too far over the eyes, giving them the caveman look, can't be helped, but for some reason it irks me. When they have a smile that's too perfectly straight and white. I love a good smile, but then they have veneers and they're obviously too big, so massive turn off. People with too much filler or facial work. I had a gal and she was too rough with my balls, but I wish I had tougher balls and not lighter handling. Baby talk makes me cringe, even though I know it's supposed to be cute. Same name as my mom or sister, although my mom's name is very rare. My sister's name is common. You know what's something to turn off for me too? Is a man, like, I don't like a man built like a woman. And I was dating this guy, and when I met his mom also, he walked just like his mom. And that was just a massive turn off for me, because he walked just like his mama. And I was thinking all this time it was just like his own unique walk, and then I seen his mom, and I was just like, I don't like that. It just, I don't like a man that's like I love, like, my husband's hands are very strong and rough. I love his hands. Like, I wouldn't want a man with not soft hands. It's cringy to me too. Hands and forearms. I don't want your forearm to be smaller than mine. Like, I don't like that stuff. Long nails on men. Agree. Too much gum line. Yeah, if you got a lot of gums, I just, when you have a lot of gums, male or female, it's kind of strange to me. Is there a way to fix that without, like, I don't know. Don't get mad, but too many insecurities. Now, I get the usual stuff like weight or whatever, but it's something new every day, or you're just continually talking about it. Yeah, no. When someone chews loudly or talks with their mouth, yes. And I also don't like people that have a lot of saliva in their mouth, that it comes out on the side. And P. Diddy has that. He has that when he talks. It's too much saliva in his mouth, and he's like, you could hear it. And that's why I particularly don't even trust people that have a lot of saliva in their mouth like that. Nothing worse than bad breath. People with children, I just don't want to feel like I'm either babysitting or taking away from your family. Actually, I was watching this comedian, Dion Cole, and he was saying that he liked women with children because he know they gonna go home. They gotta say they gotta get back to their baby. So it's a two-edged sword. Sometimes people love people with kids. All right, let's get into these story times, y'all. Let's see what I got.
Why is this woman attacking the elderly gentleman? He's her daughter's dentist, and she's in a rage. But why? And why are these parents so upset that they're... This story gets worse. If this is painful to watch, imagine the horror. His mother says she secretly shot this cell phone video as her 3-year-old son, Zion Christopher, underwent an agonizing dental procedure by Dr. Schneider. Incredibly, she says, without anesthesia. They told similar horror stories about what the dentist allegedly did to their kids. Little 6-year-old Brielle Motley. Just look at that beautiful smile. But that's before visiting Dr.
When I got her to the car, she took her gauze out, and that's when I noticed all of her teeth on the top and the bottom were removed.
How many teeth were removed?
It was 8 altogether.
All their kids were patients of the same dentist, Dr. Schneider, and they're also furious.
What the heck? My thing is, the mom secretly recording. I don't have that much patience. Me and him would have already been fighting. Like, no, call it off. I don't have that much tolerance. Like, I can barely stand for my child to get shots from the doctor. FYI, not talking about pew pew. But I would not be able to sit there and record my kid, like, going crazy like that. Like, where's the anesthesia? Like, I mean, I get you wouldn't even want to put a kid that young to sleep, but because you have to consent for that. No, we would have been fighting then. Like, stop what you're doing. What's the deal? I need a second opinion. There's no way you sitting there pulling my kid's teeth without anesthesia. Like, duh, mom, you're gonna have to go home and deal with that pain as well. Like, come on.
That man shot me in my face, and I watched Puffy do. Had they taken heed and they knew I wasn't lying, everybody knew I was not lying. But because he had power, prestige, fame, money, and access to the people that have even more power than him, they let him walk. Because their agenda had to be carried out by him. So they let him walk. But guess what? If somebody listened to me, perhaps Cassie would have never had to endure, and all those other people that died under alleged suspicious causes at his hand would not have had to endure if he was held into account for what he did to me 24 years ago. Let me just say something about Shine too, because I said on my TikTok, Shine did not shoot me because he didn't. But Shine is a con artist. Let me just put that right out here now. Everybody's like, oh, we know Shine was innocent. No, you don't know a daggone thing, because he's far from innocent. Shine said vehemently on the Combat Jack podcast, and I have a clip I will send to you. He said, Latanya Rubin is my friend. I'm sorry she got hit. It was foul because we used to go to the studio with her and everything was everything. She my friend. So we don't know if my gun hit her with the ricochet because it was 4 guns in the club. We don't know. But I'm sorry it was her because that's my friend. When you listen back to it, you're going to be awestruck at how almost verbatim I just said that. Trust me, I've played it over in my head 1 million times. It's the number one question I've been asked for 24 years. Did they apologize to you? I'm always awestruck when people ask that. I'm like, apologize? People that's guilty don't apologize. That man shot me in my face.
I agree with everything she's saying. I hope she's on the stand. I hope she's one of the witnesses.
One and done. Look at that party hat. Huge barnacle, beautiful crab, red rock crab female. And we have a little surprise guest, the barnacle. Jeez. Oh, man. Giving a little encore before bedtime. You know how we roll. Straight down.
I don't know why this is calming to me, but this man gets crabs out of the ocean and cuts barnacles off of them. And it's actually really disgusting, but in a way it's kind of therapeutic because he's helping the guy out. But, yeah.
When folks say Atlanta's the worst place today, they are not lying. Please believe it when people tell y'all this, because I just had the worst first date experience ever in my life. So I met this girl on a Tuesday night, and we agreed to lunch on a Sunday afternoon. By mid to lunch, I knew I was never going to talk to this girl ever again. And just to provide a little bit more context for y'all, Shorty told me she only been here for like 10 months. She's from New York, and so I don't know if New Yorkers are just like blunt like that, or if Shorty was just being rude as hell. But bro, she was crazy because she was on one from the minute the date started. So before we even get to the spot, I'm on the phone with Shorty, and just checking in and whatnot, trying to flirt a little bit. I might have said something like, let me be your personal photographer, or your personal stylist or whatnot. Shorty kind of spazzed on me a little bit. She was like, one thing you're not going to do is tell me what to wear. What you talking about? Bro, so I kind of deflected it and whatnot, and she was like, that's one way, that's a fast way to get me not to come on this date. And bro, I had no idea what the fuck was going on, bro. So I deflected it. I'm telling myself we're gonna have a good time on this date and whatnot. So I continue pursuit to the spot, right? So we pull up to the spot finally, right? I ordered me a drink before she got there because she was already running late. I tell her where I'm at. I go get her. Walk her back to my spot. Having like a little mid-conversation with her. First thing she tells me is, you talk too much. No clue what she's talking about. Don't even know what I said. Alright. So mind you, again, she got a little bit of context. She said she wanted Caribbean food, so I offered that spot it was like a little food hall in Marietta. And they got like all these different kind of restaurants. I thought they had Caribbean in that restaurant. Turns out it was Mediterranean. Oops, my bad. So I made a mistake, but now Shorty is calling me a liar. She's like, oh, so you're lying? And I'm trying to figure out if she's just playing or if she's being for real. But she got on a straight face, no emojis, okay? No kind of LOL. So she's really making a big deal out of this. So much so that the bartender had to get involved, right? And the bartender was like, well, anybody could have made that mistake. It's the alien at the end. Like, you get Caribbean and Mediterranean mixed up, blah, 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 blah. Could have happened to anybody, right? Cool. Now she's going back and forth with the bartender, talking about, how can you get it mixed up? They're two different geological locations. I'm like, bro, are you really doing this right now, bro? So she's going back and forth with the bartender. I got my drink. As I'm drinking my drink, she was like, so are you some kind of alcoholic? Again, I have no idea if she's being for real or not. I'm like, just off of one drink? She was like, well, you asked me what kind of drink that I wanted before I got here, or what kind of drinks did I like before I got. I was like, bro, is that not just a regular question? I'm asking you what kind of spot do you like and what kind of drinks do you like, because I know spots, I know bartenders, and what is we talking about? So boom, the waitress, she finally brings us to our seats. I get another drink number 2. She's still over there calling me an alcoholic. She then says I must smoke cigarettes because my lips are black. Then there was like another instant where she got offended over her name because I asked her if she had any nickname, and do people call you so and so? She was like, don't ever call me that because that doesn't match my complexion and whatnot. So I was like, bro, relax. I'm just asking because I'm one, I don't usually say names if it's over 3 syllables. I'm sorry, I'm lazy with syllables. So she was like, oh, so you're a lazy man. I don't think you should be telling that to a girl on the first date. Girl, I'm looking for Ashton Kutcher at this point, dog, because I know I'm being punked, man. So eventually we get to the part of the conversation where she's telling me about her sexuality. She told me that she's bisexual, which I did not know. She was like, I don't know if I told you or not. So of course I asked follow-up questions about, which would you rather date, between a man or a woman. She gets aggravated again, starts spazzing out a little bit. This is what I didn't want to tell you. I don't feel like explaining myself. I think men are just horrible. Men are terrible creatures. I'm like, bro, that's all I had to hear. So Shorty basically been biting and barking all evening, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, where the energy came from, bro. But this was the last straw for me. Bro, we're having a conversation, and Shorty was like, randomly, she was like, can you not call me that? And I was like, call you what? She was like, don't call me nigga, and I don't appreciate being called nigga, and I don't appreciate how you've been calling women out of their name, as far as homegirl, homie, bitches, and niggas. And I'm like, Shorty, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I was like, you know what? If I said anything that offended you, I apologize. But you've been calling me nigga this whole time, so I'm kind of confused by this logic and how it upsets you. So, of course, when I questioned her of her logic, she was like, why are you arguing with me? If a tranny and a non-binary person wants to be called he, she, or them, you're not going to call them something that they don't want to be called, right? Girl, you brought the trans community into this? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? What? So then Shorty was like, if you don't want me calling you nigga, then you need to tell me so I can know not to call you nigga. And I'm just like, bro, I think, it's all good, bro. I think all this shit just went over your head. We can skedaddle. You don't even have to worry about me no more. Bro, so we get about that mug, walk into the car, I go home, and bro, the only thing that really kind of pissed me off about that whole fucking date, bro, was I forgot my to-go box. Trying to get out of there in a hurry, trying to speed my ass about that joint. I forgot my to-go box, bro. I forgot my food. I've been pissed ever since then. I think about that shit, bro. But if you look into a date in Atlanta, do not bring your ass down here, boy, because they ain't got nothing for you. Okay. So, long story.
So people were saying date would have been canceled the minute she threatened to cancel it. Y'all should have ended the date at the bar. I felt stressed just listening to all that. I was about to say most people in Atlanta not actually from there. I don't think that had anything to do with Atlanta. Somebody said leave that personal stylist line alone. Yeah, I was almost about to be on our side, her side, because women, the personal stylist, no, it's touchy for women. You don't want to do that on a first date. Like, if she sees you have talent in it, then she offers, but yeah, no. Yeah, and then the Mediterranean, mixing it up. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of like, does he not know the difference between Mediterranean and Caribbean? But she was just very hard on you already, so I don't know. Somebody said I would have been on drink number 5. This was exhausting. Everyone's on edge in the dating scene. Everyone needs to take it easy. Yeah.
One time, me and my boyfriend, we went on a trip from Georgia to Kentucky. After 4 hours of driving, we were too tired to continue, so we decided to stop and get a hotel room. But we were only trying to get a few hours of sleep, and then we were going to head back out on the road. When we checked out a few hours later, the desk clerk handed us a bill for $450. My boyfriend got upset, and he asked him, why was the bill so high? He said, I know this is a nice hotel, but the rooms ain't worth no $450, just for a few hours. Then the clerk told us that $450 is the standard rate. We didn't want to talk to the clerk no more, so we asked for the manager. The manager shows up and he tells us that they have an Olympic-sized pool in a huge conference center that was available for us to use. I said, I'm sorry, but we didn't use any of them. The manager said, well, they are here and you could have used them. Then the manager went on to say that we could have sat in one of their shows that the hotel is famous for. He started to say they had the best entertainers from New York, Hollywood, and Las Vegas performing there. My boyfriend said, but we didn't go to any of those. The manager said, well, we had them and you could have. The manager seemed like he didn't want to lower the price, so my boyfriend gave in and he agreed to pay. My boyfriend was looking for his wallet, but he figured out he left it in the car, and I had a little bit of cash on me, so I gave the manager $50. As me and my boyfriend was finna walk out the door, the manager saw that I only gave him $50 and he stopped us. He said, ma'am, you only gave me $50. I said, yeah, that's right, I'll charge you $400 for sleeping with me. The manager said, I did not sleep with you, ma'am. I said, well, too bad. I was here and you could have.
don't know if this works, but shout out to Cody, the sound healer. This is supposed to clear away all negativity in the stomach. It's a solar plexus cleanse. I was like, you know what? It sounds good. It makes me feel good. So maybe it could partially work. I don't know. But I'm going to claim it in. I'm going to claim all is well with you, your family, your home. And I just pray that y'all have a great, great week. That's going to be the show for today. And I wanted to end it on some clearing out negativity. Y'all have an amazing week. And I'll be back tomorrow.